Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago Bears fans. Let's get to the news now, folks, buckle up, because what I'm about to tell you could be one of the most impactful moves in the NFL this offseason. The Chicago Bears are making waves, and the reason why is tied directly to a veteran who has been a staple on the defensive line of the New Orleans Saints, Cam Jordan. Yes, you heard that right. Cam Jordan, a player who has been synonymous with pass-rushing excellence and leadership in the league for years, might soon don the iconic navy blue and orange of the Bears. And I know, this might sound like just a rumor, but the signs point to a very real possibility that could reshape the NFC North, and more importantly, bolster Chicago's quest to reclaim their place among the league's elite. Let's back up a bit and talk about the context. The Saints have been going through a bit of a rough patch recently. Their quarterback situation is a mess, to say the least. They've been juggling between Tyler Show, Jake Heener, and Spencer Rattler, trying to find some stability behind center. But honestly, it's clear that the franchise is in rebuilding mode. The team's management has realized that they need to make bold moves if they want to accelerate their rebuild and start competing again. Trading away veteran players who still have a lot to offer in exchange for draft capital or younger talent seems to be the strategy, and that's where Cam Jordan enters the picture. Cam Jordan, at 36 years old, might seem like a player towards the end of his prime, but don't let that fool you. Last season alone, he still managed to rack up 28 pressures and 4 sacks. Those aren't numbers that scream washed up, especially considering his age. Jordan remains a force on the defensive line, a player who can disrupt the quarterback's rhythm and provide leadership and stability to the front seven. His experience is invaluable, and he's the kind of player who can elevate a defense, especially one that's looking to take the next step forward. The Saints, however, are in a different phase now. They're looking to rebuild, and part of that process involves moving on from veteran players who might still have a lot to give, but no longer fit into their long-term plans. This brings us directly to the Chicago Bears and why they should be all in on trading for Cam Jordan. The Bears, as many of you know, are entering a pivotal season. With Caleb Williams now under center, they're looking to turn the page and become serious contenders again. But as any NFL fan knows, a quarterback alone isn't enough. The defense needs to be stout, aggressive, and disruptive. Last season, the Bears' defense showed flashes of promise, but it lacked the consistency and punch needed to take them to the next level. Montez Sweat was a bright spot, a player who has the ability to generate pressure and make life difficult for opposing quarterbacks. But relying solely on Sweat to carry the load is a recipe for disappointment. They need help on the other side of him, someone who can complement his pass-rushing skills and create a more balanced, fearsome front. Enter Dennis Allen, the new defensive coordinator for the Bears, who was the head coach of the Saints last season. Allen is no stranger to Cam Jordan's game, having coached him for years in New Orleans. His familiarity with Jordan's style, strengths, and leadership qualities makes this potential trade even more compelling. Dennis Allen knows exactly what Cam Jordan can bring to the table: his relentless work ethic, his ability to set the edge, and his knack for making game-changing plays. And if the Bears can bring him in, it would be like reconnecting with a key piece of their defense puzzle, one that could drastically improve their pass rush and overall defensive efficiency. Now I want to pause here for a second. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Because folks, if this trade goes through, it's not just about adding a player to the roster. It's about sending a statement to the entire NFC North and the league. The Bears are serious about competing, about winning now, and about making a splash that could have ripple effects for seasons to come. Imagine a defensive front with Cam Jordan rushing alongside Montez Sweat. Both players bring different but complementary skill sets. Sweat, still young and developing, has shown flashes of being a top-tier pass rusher, but having Jordan opposite him could unlock a new level of production. Jordan's leadership and veteran savvy would also be invaluable for the younger players on the line and the entire defense. His presence would elevate everyone around him, and that kind of leadership is often the difference maker in close games. And let's not forget, this move would also send a message to the division. The Packers, Lions, and Vikings are all trying to improve their defenses and offenses, and the Bears bringing in a player of Jordan's caliber would serve as a clear statement that they're not just rebuilding, they're reloading for a deep playoff run. The NFC North is fiercely competitive, and each team is trying to find that edge. Acquiring a player like Cam Jordan could tip the scales, giving the Bears an edge in the trench warfare that defines so many NFL games. Now, what about the logistics? Well, the Saints are likely to look for a good return, maybe draft picks or a promising young player, something that can help them accelerate their rebuild. For the Bears, this is a no-brainer. They've shown they're willing to spend resources to improve their roster, and grabbing someone with Jordan's experience and production fits perfectly into their strategy. The connection between Dennis Allen and Jordan makes this deal even more plausible, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see this move happen in the coming weeks. The impact on the Bears' defense would be immediate. You'd see a more aggressive, disciplined unit that could pressure the quarterback more consistently. That's crucial because, as many of you know, in today's NFL, the ability to generate pressure without blitzing is a game changer. Jordan's presence would also help set the tone for the entire defense, making it clear that the Bears are serious about stopping the run and rushing the passer. His experience in high-pressure situations, playoff games, and as a leader in the locker room would be invaluable, especially for a team trying to establish a winning culture once again. Plus, from a leadership standpoint, Cam Jordan would be a perfect mentor for the younger players. You've got guys like Jaquan McMillian and other emerging talents on the roster who could learn a lot from a seasoned veteran like him. His work ethic and football IQ would elevate the entire defensive unit, and that's exactly what you want in a team that's trying to turn the corner. It's not just about what he can do on the field, though that's obviously huge, but also about what he brings in terms of veteran leadership and stability. Looking at the bigger picture, this move could also influence the team's overall confidence and morale. Bringing in a player of Jordan's stature shows that the Bears are serious about winning now, about making smart moves, and about building a team that can compete with the best in the league. It's a statement move, one that could energize the locker room, excite the fan base, and put other teams on notice. Of course, there are always questions and hurdles, contract details, trade compensation, and ensuring that both sides see the value in the deal, but the potential benefits far outweigh the risks. And knowing the NFL, where trades like this are often about timing and negotiation, I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Bears making a strong push to finalize this deal soon. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think Cam Jordan would be the perfect fit for the Bears? Do you believe he still has what it takes to make an impact on this team's defense? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. We're in an exciting era, and moves like this could define the future of our beloved team. So keep the faith, stay passionate, and let's see what the next chapter holds for the Chicago Bears.